Well, good morning, racing fans, and welcome to MGM Northfield Park for Thursday morning qualifiers. 5 qualifiers on tap beginning at 11 a.m., featuring some of the older statesmen of the group. We do have a couple of 3-year-olds on tap here this morning, a couple of older horses as well. So we'll get things started here at 11 a.m. Once again, good morning, everyone, and welcome to MGM Northfield Park for qualifiers here this morning. 5 qualifiers on tap this morning. In this first qualifier, scratch the 1 Wallander and the 7 Illusional. Keith Cash Sr. will drive. Number 2, Our Boss. And Swan Leader will be driven by Don Harmon. It's a field of 7 scratched down to a field of 5. Take a look at a couple of the horses in the field here, including the 2 Our Boss, who will be driven by Keith Cash Sr., racing off of a qualifier. Did make a break before and after the start in that last qualifier. Our Boss made $20,665 last year, mostly on the fair circuit. Returning to the races here this morning. 3 West Hampton, a 6-year-old gelding by Trixton, going to make just his 3rd career start this morning. Bred in New York by Steve Jones. Struggled with some braking issues. Shipped over here to Justin Height last week. Raced over a sloppy track. Did make a break. Hoping the fast track will do him better. 4 Swan Leader, driven by Don Harmon, finished 9th against non-winners of 1250 Late Closer Series back in December. Returning to the races here for Charles Taylor, the 13-year-old gelding by Swan for All. Starting gate is rolling for the first race. Top of the stretch. Here they come. Off and trotting Swan Leader down the center of the track, first away with Typhoon Tony, who's a little bit washed out as they race into the first turn. Our Boss came away cleanly there too for Cash. On the outside of that, what is Hillbilly Burt, and at the back of affairs is West Hampton. Into the backstretch they go, and it is Swan Leader up top by 1.5 lengths over Our Boss in second. Typhoon Tony is third. Down at the inside, Hillbilly Burt is fourth at this point, 7 clear of West Hampton, who is the distant trailer past the opening quarter in 29 and 3/5 seconds. Swan Leader, the 13-year-old gelding by Swan for All, up by 2 lengths here over Our Boss. The 3-year-old gelding by Enterprise is second. Down at the inside in third as they round the far turn first time is Typhoon Tony. Then we come back to Hillbilly Burt, and it's way back to West Hampton. West Hampton, something clearly amiss there, and he is not wanting to go forward. So it is Swan Leader up top. The lead is 1.5 lengths over Our Boss in second. Half top of the board, 1 minute, 3/5 seconds. Typhoon Tony still looking washed out from third. Has not made a move yet for Chris Hirschberger. Then at the inside is Hillbilly Burt, and West Hampton continues to trail. They've got 3/8 of a mile left to trot, and it is Swan Leader up by 2.5 lengths here. Our Boss, pocket in the second. At the inside third is Typhoon Tony, who now comes to the outside for Hirschberger. Then comes Hillbilly Burt. Those 4 get down to 3/4 in 1:30 and 2. Back out of the far turn. Swan Leader, the one to knock off, still up by 2.5 lengths here. On the outside, Typhoon Tony is second. Down at the inside, Our Boss is wavering from third, and Hillbilly Burt is fourth. Top of the stretch, 1/8 of a mile left to come, and they turn for home. It is Swan Leader. Swan Leader returning for his 13-year-old season with a dominant effort here. Swan Leader wins by 7 lengths in the end. Hillbilly Burt second, Typhoon Tony third, then came Our Boss in 2 minutes, 3/5. Horses on the racetrack for the second race. One Truly Old Time. Scotty Cox trains. Luke Ebersold is up. Number 2, Jason Thompson drives Blue Velvet for Darrell Evans Jr. Centerfold is 3. Don Harmon drives for Krista Harmon. For Cruisin' Dragon, Luke Ebersold drives for Trader Kid Sherman. And number 5, Just a Pleasure. Chris Lems drives for wife Tessa Lems. That is the field for the upcoming second race. We'll go postward here momentarily. Let's take a look at some of the horses in the race. We've got the one Truly Old Times. Raced against Buckeye Stallion Series Company back on May the 18th. Was 5th, beaten 7 lengths. Had a lot of ground to make up. Did close in 29-4 with a final time of 157-2. Made a break in her next start. Her next 2 starts. For Trader Scotty Cox, the 3-year-old filly by Lather Up. Looking to get back to minding her manners this morning. 2 Blue Velvet has been racing against Condition Company and racing very well as of late. The $5,700 yearling purchase has amassed over $36,000 in career earnings. Does have a mark of 155-1 here at MGM Northfield Park. Was 3rd, beaten a length and 3/4 last time out against Nollers of 1500 Company. Is qualifying here this morning. 3 Centerfold, raced mostly in the Michigan Fair Circuit as a 2-year-old. The 3-year-old filly by Rockin' Image. It's going to make her first start of the year. She went 0 for 4 as a 2-year-old. Did hit the board 2 times, making $1 short of $4,000. For Cruisin' Dragon, the 4-year-old mare by Fear the Dragon went without pacing hobbles last week. Went right to the lead and tired badly there at the end of the mile. Connections trying to figure out this 4-year-old mare by Fear the Dragon. And the 5, Just a Pleasure, ships over from Iowa for new trainer Tessa Lems. This 4-year-old mare by Wind Me Up has 4 career victories at 26 starts with just over $27,000 in the bank. Gauge rolling. Top of the stretch, and here they come. The fillies and mares are sent on their way. Down the center, Blue Velvet away for the lead. Just a Pleasure shows speed there too as they round turn 1. Then comes Centerfold, who came away 3rd, about 3/8 lengths off the lead. Cruisin' Dragon is 4th at this point with Truly Old Times at the back of affairs as they race through that first 1/8 of a mile. And it's Blue Velvet and Jason Thompson with the lead, a length and 1/4 over Just a Pleasure in 2nd. Down at the inside, Centerfold is 3rd. Then comes Cruisin' Dragon, and the trailer is Truly Old Times. Opening quarter 29-2, and making a break on the front end there was Blue Velvet. Blue Velvet made a break in stride. So as they head into the far turn first time, it is Just a Pleasure on top. Just a Pleasure leads a length and 1/4 over Centerfold, who's in 2nd. Down at the inside in 3rd as they come by his first time is Cruisin' Dragon. Then comes Truly Old Times, and the back marker still on a break is Blue Velvet. Blue Velvet still on a break. They're at the half at 1 minute and 2/5 seconds. Into the clubhouse turn they go, and it's Lems and Just a Pleasure still with the lead. The lead is a length and 1/4. At the inside, 2nd is Centerfold. Cruisin' Dragon is 3rd with Truly Old Times in 4th. 3/8 of a mile left to pace as they continue up the back stretch. And with the lead is Just a Pleasure, opens up by 2. Centerfold is 2nd. First up and driving for Truly Old Times. Then at the inside is Cruisin' Dragon. They're off 3/4 at 129-3. Back out of the far turn. Just a Pleasure's on top, a length and 1/4 over Centerfold, who's in 2nd. Outside and driving now is Truly Old Times. Then at the inside is Cruisin' Dragon. Top of the stretch, 16th of a mile left to go, and they turn for the wire. Just a Pleasure still the leader, being asked a little bit to improve by Chris Lems, but Just a pleasure to watch here this morning. Truly Old Times 2nd, then came Centerfold and Cruisin' Dragon at 159-1. Horses on the racetrack for the third race this morning. One cruiser canceled. John Sioka Jr. drives for trader Ryan Deaton. Don Harmon drives 2, Best Nay Ever for trader Krista Harmon. 3, I'm Afraid Not. Logan Ebersold drives for Ken Sherman. Dude Sweet Bet is 4, Chris Lems drives for Tessa Lems. And the 5, last but certainly not least, My Sweet Caroline. Tom Hall drives. He also conditions. Let's take a look at the field here for the third race this morning. One cruiser canceled, came off of Lasix after that start back in February. Seemed to improve that qualifying effort and then made a break here on April the 12th. Is back to try her luck again this morning. Best Nay Ever is 2, Krista Harmon conditions. Don Harmon will drive. Has been racing at Hollywood Gaming at Dayton Raceway towards the end of the year. Did make over $25,000 as a 3-year-old. 4-year-old mare by Well Said. It was a $20,000 Harrisburg yearling purchase. 3, I'm Not Afraid. 3-year-old filly by Fear the Dragon. Made a break in her preparation for the races back on May the 29th. Looking to improve here this evening. Did not hit the board in any of her 3 starts as a 2-year-old. For Dude Sweet Bet, 6-year-old mare by Dude's the Man. 16 career victories. Was bred by the Triple C Stables and driver Chris Lems. Was scratch sick back in December. Has been off ever since. She's back this morning. Horses moving behind the gate for the third race. We'll look at the last one, 5, My Sweet Caroline. She tends to close from off the pace. She likes to be towards the rear of the field and close late. And she's definitely one to keep an eye on here this morning. Here they come. The fillies and bears are off and pacing from the outside. Dude Sweet Bet away for the lead. Cruiser canceled. The show speed there too as they round turn 1 with My Sweet Caroline coming away third, 6 off the lead. It's a gap of 4 back to Best Nay Ever. Down at the inside next is I'm Afraid Not as they move into the backstretch for the first occasion. And up top here is Dude Sweet Bet. Dude Sweet Bet leads by a length and a half over Cruiser canceled second. It's a gap of 10 back to My Sweet Caroline. Opening quarter in 29 and 1. Best Nay Ever is fourth. Then at the inside is I'm Afraid Not as they round the far turn first time. Up top, it's Dude Sweet Bet on with the lead a length and 3/4. Cruiser canceled is in the pocket racing in second. That it's a gap of about 8 or 9 lengths. They come by us for the first time to Best Nay Ever. My Sweet Caroline pinned in at the inside while fourth, and on the outside of that one is I'm Afraid Not. They're off a half in 59 and 1. Into the clubhouse turn they go. Dude's Sweet Bet still the leader by 2.5. Cruiser canceled is second. That it's a gap of 12. Back to Best Nay Ever. My Sweet Caroline, and the trailer is I'm Afraid Not. Well strung out bunch here as they head up the backstretch, and with the lead on top is Dude Sweet Bet. He's off 3/4 in 128 and 4. Big third quarter speed there for Dude's Sweet Bet. She leads him into the far turn up by 2. Cruiser canceled is all out from in second. It's a gap of 12 back to Best Nay Ever. Then it's way back here to My Sweet Caroline. But as they come through the stretch, Dude's Sweet Bet. Dude's Sweet Bet. What an impressive performance here. She wins by 4. Cruiser canceled was second. 156 and 3. What a big final quarter from Dude's Sweet Bet. Horses behind the gate moving up for the fourth race. Lather Rock, Pleasant View, Poof Daddy, Widger Boys, and Mama I Got Bad News. Here they come. And the Pacers are off down the center of the racetrack. Poof Daddy away for the lead. But the outside, Mama I Got Bad News flashes speed there too as they round turn one. Then comes Widger Boys, who came away cleanly there as well with Lather Rock. The trailer as they are really bunched up here is Pleasant View. Into the backstretch they go. And it's Poof Daddy and Lauren Harmon on top, a length and a quarter over Widger Boys, who is Pocket Shadow second. Mama I Got Bad News to the outside third with Lather Rock in fourth. And Lems has Pleasant View at the outside through an opening quarter of 29 and 3. Back into the far turn first time. It's Poof Daddy with the lead, a length and a quarter. In the pocket second is Widger Boys. Outside of that one, who's been parked since the word go, it's Mama I Got Bad News. Then at the inside is Lather Rock. And the trailer is Pleasant View. They're double tiered as they come down here to the half, and Lems flips off cover 3 wide with the first-time starter Pleasant View, and Pleasant View is really asking to advance on here through a half and a minute flat. So it is Poof Daddy on top. The lead is a length and a quarter. Pleasant View continues to advance nicely on the outside for Lems. Then at the inside racing next is Widger Boys. From there is Lather Rock. And on the outside of that one as they move into the backstretch is Mama I Got Bad News. It's Poof Daddy still the leader by 2.5 lengths. On the outside, Pleasant View continues to advance forward off 3/4 in 128 and 3. Back into the far turn. Poof Daddy still the one. Poof Daddy up by 2.5. Pleasant View still coming on the outside. Widger Boys tries to fight on with Lather Rock. And on the outside, Mama I Got Bad News. 1/8 of a mile left to go and they turn for home. Poof Daddy still the leader by 2 as they turn into the stretch. Widger Boys fights on at the inside with Pleasant View. Here's Widger Boys as Poof Daddy getting leg weary on the lead. Poof Daddy leg weary. Here is Widger Boys coming through at the inside to win it. Poof Daddy was second, then came Pleasant View at 159. Gate trolling. It's the final qualifier here this morning. Here they come. The Pacers are sent on their way. Smokin' Funny Things first away down the center with Bernie B. Bad. At the inside is Lanny Merriman and Red Hot Ember. 3 deep into the track. Into the first turn is Mackerel. Then we come back to Lil Plugs, who found a seat in fourth. They are really bunched up here, and everybody really jostling for position early. And the trailer at the back is Cool Augustus. Up the backstretch, it's Mackerel who comes away with the lead. 2.5, now 3. Over Smokin' Funny Things in second. Birdie B. Bad is third with Lil Plugs in fourth. Down at the inside is Red Hot Ember, and the trailer is Cool Augustus. Opening quarter at 28 and 4 for Mackerel, who's a 4-length leader. Kid Rock said Smokin' Funny Things is in second. Down at the inside next is Bernie B. Bad. That one will float to the outside for Charlie Myrick as they come by the stands first time. And it's Mackerel, the 11-year-old brown gelding by McCardle, up by a length and 3/4. Bernie B. Bad going to save ground. Went up and around Smokin' Funny Things in second. Half top of the board, 59 and 4. First up for Lil Plugs. Red Hot Ember is next, and the trailer is Cool Augustus as they head into the clubhouse turn final time. And it's Mackerel. Mackerel still the leader, up by a length and 1/4 over Bernie B. Bad, who's in second. Up on the outside, Lil Plugs is third with about 2.5, 3 lengths to make up. Then we come back to Red Hot Ember. Down at the inside is Smokin' Funny Things as they head to 3/4, and they are there in 1:29 flat. Into the far turn they go, and with the lead it is Mackerel. Mackerel is up by a length. On the outside, racing in the second is Lil Plugs. Down at the inside is Bernie B. Bad. From there is Red Hot Ember, and they turn for home. It is Mackerel. Mackerel's on top by a length and 1/4 here. Up on the outside, Lil Plugs. Mackerel wins. Very tight for place, either Bernie B. Bad or Lil Plugs, and Red Hot Ember was fourth at 157 and 2. With the conclusion of this morning's fifth and final qualifier, that wraps up a Thursday morning of qualifying action from MGM Northfield Park. Live racing resumes on Saturday with the $200,000 Battle of Lake Erie, along with the $75,000 MGM Buckeye Distaff. Make sure you are here on Saturday. 10 stakes races in total on tap coming up on Saturday evening. On behalf of the staff and management here at MGM Northfield Park, to be track announcer Michael Carter, we thank you for joining us here this morning. Have a great week, everybody.